Here create new file. Here in JavaScript, all files extension is .js file. Okay, this is sample. First we'll go for, in JavaScript, everything is a functions. Okay, there is no classes. Okay, we have the classes. We'll see. In JavaScript, we have the in JavaScript it has the some standards. ECMA. JavaScript is implemented and executed with some standards. The standards are ECMA standards. ECMA 5. Okay, ECMA 5, ECMA 6, ECMA 6, ECMA 7. We have the three types of the standard. We have the ECMA standard. JavaScript is following the ECMA standards. In that we have three standards. In ECMA 5.
Sorry
Yes.
to interrupt you. So the entire programming language here we have to use JavaScript only or any other thing?
Only JavaScript.
Only JavaScript.
Yes.
And how about TypeScript? Are we using TypeScript also?
Currently, we are, in class we are not using TypeScript. Okay, if you want it, you can use TypeScript.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, ECMA 5. In ECMA 5, so it's a completely JavaScript, and in that we have the everything is the functions. In ECMA 5, everything is a function. Okay, in coming to ECMA 6, so here in ECMA 5 there is no concept of the classes, inheritance, classes, interfaces, constructors. We don't have those concepts. Okay, in how we have the constructor concepts is there, but that everything is function. Okay, coming to ECMA 6, they have implemented constructors and classes. Here also it's a completely JavaScript, but here we have the class keyword, okay, constructor keyword, class keyword, constructor keyword. Okay, they have implemented classes and constructors in ECMA 6. Coming to ECMA 7, this is the typescripting. Okay, in ECMA 5 and ECMA 6, both are the JavaScripts, and ECMA 7, that is the typescripting. Typescripting is the superset of the JavaScript. In JavaScript, there is no concept of the compilation. Okay, but in type, if you are using TypeScript, in that, so the file extension is .ts files. Once you create TypeScript file, okay, you have to compile it. Once you compile, here extension is .ts. After compile, okay, after compilation, it will generate the .js file. This JS file is the executable JavaScript file. Here, so in ECMA 5 and ECMA 6, we are directly writing .js file. But in ECMA 7, okay, we are creating .ts files. After compilation, it is generating the .js file. Whatever we are developing in ECMA 5 and ECMA 6, so the system will be generated the .js files. Okay, in ECMA 7 typescripting, they have implemented some synchronized concepts. Okay, now we are not dealing the TypeScript. Okay, we will deal ECMA 5 and ECMA 6 standards. ECMA 7 typescripting is a separate. Okay, you have to follow the number of standards. It's like a completely Java, whatever hoops concepts is there in Java, all concepts will be present in ECMA 7. Okay, this is about idea about standards. Okay, so coming to JavaScript wise, first we'll follow the comments comment section. Here, as like all programming language, slash slash is the comment section. If you want multiple comment section, slash star slash, as like all programming languages. Okay, next, to print the data in the console. Okay, so in Java we have system.out.println. Coming to JavaScript, we have the console.log. Okay, console.log, this statement will print the data in console. It's a completely equal to the system.out.println if you are compared to the Java. Okay, here we don't have the compilation concept, right? So this ID doesn't show any compilation errors by default. Okay, we added one build system, right? On build system. In build system, we added Node.js build system. So this system is control B. Control B is executing the compiling and executing the JavaScript file. Okay, press control B. So it will compile and it will execute and print the data in console. Okay. So here, this is the about printing the data console. After that, so data types. Okay, in Java we have the different data types, primitive data types, and we have different data types, right? So like int, okay, int, string, float, long. We have the and the class reference, like that. We have the different types of the data types. Coming to JavaScript, it supports all data types, but here we don't have the any data type declaration. Okay, like here in Java we have the int a equal to 1, int a equal to 2, like string name equal to welcome, like that we will declare it. Okay, so in Java, in JavaScript we don't have the these declaration data type declarations. We don't have the int and the string. Okay, but it supports, but here in JavaScript we don't have. Just here we have only var, whatever data type, just to give the var. Okay, this var is a data type of the variable. Whatever data you are assigning based on dynamically based on your data, the data type will be assigned to the that variable. Here in JavaScript we have the var and the let, okay, and const. We have the these three type of the data types. Var and the let both are same. Okay, so var, the scope of the var is globally, it's like a public, and let, it is a private variable. Constant is a, it's a final keyword in Java. If you declare with the final, you cannot change, right? So like that in JavaScript, if you create in a variable with the const, okay, you cannot be overridden. It's like a constant variables. Okay, these three are the different data types. Okay, but here we'll create it. Var a equal to 3. Here I will print console dot log of. In Sublime Text we don't have the IntelliSense. Okay, only what we call VS Code support some extent, and what we call, we have some other tool, right? WebStorm have the intelligence, but Atom and this Sublime Text we don't have the intelligence. Okay, so intelligence means when you press, if you enter dot, it will display the following all the methods, right? That will not be happen in Sublime Text. You have to know and you have to add it. Okay, here the value of a, okay, plus a plus a is the concatenation. Okay, console.log of the value of a. Here this is the string. Okay, console.log, you can, whatever data you are passing it will print it. This is the string and plus is the concatenation, a is the value. So the value of a equal to 3. So here I declared with var. I haven't declared any data type with int or name, whatever. Okay, now so here I will print. I said right. So based whatever data you are passing, based on your value, the data type is assigning to the value. So we'll see type of a. So I assigned 3. 3 is the integer. Okay, I assigned to a. So here declaration is var. So here I am printing type of a. Type of is the keyword in JavaScript to get the, okay, to get the data type of the variable or object. Okay, here the type of the variable is number. Okay, in JavaScript, okay, in JavaScript we have only var, let, constant. These three are the data type declarations. Coming to the data types, it have the number, string and object. We have only these three data types. Okay, number for all, int, float, long, double, everything. String for only string, object for whatever it may be. It might be objects, sorry, it might be array, and it might be set, it might be map, okay, it might be anything. So it might be class also, everything is a class function. Everything is object. So the type of the data is object. Now we'll create var b equal to the type of the b. The type of the b, control b. So that, so the type of a equal to a is number, so the value is 3, integer. The type of the b is welcome, that is the string. Okay, and I will create one more array. Here in JavaScript, semicolon is optional but recommended, you have to put, but it is optional. If you don't mention, system it will add the semicolon dynamically internally. Okay, but as per coding standards you have to mention it. Var c equal to, I'm creating array. So concepts are same. So I declared one array. The type of the c is object. Here c is array. Here c array. but here it is showing object. Okay, and I will create one more map object where d equal to, so this is map, right? Map means key and value, serial number 1 2 3, serial name. Okay, here d is the object. See map. Some people they call map, some people they call dictionary. In property file also we will create like this only, right? But we are not putting this curly braces. But this is the object. Here the type of the D is again object. It would be. See object object. Here we have only three type of the data types. Okay, integer is number. Here we have the number, string, and object. That object might be array. That object might be again object shutter map. Okay, this is about data types. Okay, if you want to print data, so you can directly print data. While printing the data, if it is variable or if it is string or number, directly you can print it. Okay, just I'm printing whatever I am assigning data, just I'm trying to print the data. See, the value of a 3, b welcome. Coming to value of c, it is printing the entire array 1 comma b comma c. This is the array. Coming to the d, okay, d is the again object. Okay, d is object. In that we have the keys and the values. Okay, that's why it is printing object object. If you get it, this is the object. If you want to print any from array, array means zero based index. If you want to get the any data, so you have to pass the index of the array. Here C of 1 means it's a zero based index. 0 means 1, 1 means B, 2 means C. Here D. D is the object. Here D is the object. If you want to get serial number, just put dot SNO. D dot SNO. So D is 1, 2, 3. C is under C, B. C of 1 is B and D dot S number 1, 2, 3. Okay, no need of any conversions. Like in Java, if any file, if you are reading any data from any file, you have to create file object. After that, you have to pass to the string buffer reader. After that, you have to iterate and print the data. But here, so in JavaScript will support JSON format. JSON format is a JavaScript object notation. In JavaScript, okay, if you are creating data with the JSON format, you can directly access with the object reference. That's it. So here everything is a key and values. Just object reference of the object dot your key. Okay, d dot key, d dot s number. That's it. You can access directly. Okay, next. Next. Here a. So in previously I declared where a equal to some value. Okay, console.log of a. So now I am going to explain some exceptions. Okay, you have to understand. So where a equal to 1, console.log a 1. So now if I remove where, what will happen? Okay, a equal to 1. Okay, in Java, if you don't declare, it will throw compilation errors, but here directly no issues. Okay, you can mention where for the variable or not. Okay, you can your wish, but as per coding standards, you have to declare the where the variable declaration to the variable. Okay, what is the difference between var a and just a equal to 1? So what is the difference between? So the scope of the, so if you declare like this, okay, here var a is the global, it's a local variable for the particular block or else particular page, particular file. Okay, where you are declaring the variable, that is the point. And if you declare without var, that is the global variable. So like a public variable, you can access that variable within the JS file anywhere. Okay, if we declare var a within the function, okay, the way a variable is the local variable for the that particular function only. If you declare var a in top of the JS file, okay, that is the local variable for the that particular .js file. Means so that is the global variable for all functions within the JS file. Okay, in specs wise, we'll see the exact difference here. Okay, now so here if I declare and without declaring, I'm not getting any issue. Okay, so here a equal to 1, I'm printing the data, so I'm not assigning data. Okay, I haven't declared any variable, I'm trying to print the a. See exception, so a is not defined. I'm getting a is not defined. A is not defined means we haven't declared a variable, but we are trying to access a data, a variable. That's why it is showing a is not defined. Now I will declare a, but I'm not assigning any data. Okay, I'm trying to access. A is undefined. Undefined means variable is declared, okay, but no data is assigned. Okay, is so if you don't have declared any data, any variable, okay, it will be a is not defined. If you declare variable and you haven't assigned any data, it will throw exception undefined. Now I will declare just a. So initially if I declare var a equal to 1, it will print it. A equal to 1, it will print. Now I'm putting, so I said var is the option, right? Now here I'm not putting var keyword before the a. Now I'm trying to access a. Again, a is not defined. So if you are declaring only variables, okay, you have to put var. That is the mandatory. If you don't mention var, it will throw the exception. A is not defined. And here this is the difference you have to understand. A is not defined, A is defined. Okay, if you declare the variable var a, okay, if you not assign any value, then it will throw undefined. Okay, so a variable is not declared, okay, not assign any value, then it will show error, a is not defined. This is the difference between a and this is a between difference between var initialization and without initialization. Okay, Next, coming to the functions wise. Function, how to create functions. Okay, in JavaScript, everything is a function. There is no concept of the classes, constructors, inherent interfaces, all the things in ECMA 5 standards. Everything is a function. Function, parenthesis, and curly brace. This is the syntax of the function. Okay, here you can write your business logic. Console.log of function here. This is the syntax, but here we need to, in functions we have the two type of the functions. One is named function and another one is the anonymous function. Okay, what first one is named function. What is named function? The function have the name, that function itself name it as a named function space a. Okay, here function is the keyword, a is the name. Okay, this is a method. See, if you compare to Java, public void a parenthesis open, in that your business logic, no issues. Okay, as like Java, but here thing is we don't have the access specifiers and the access modifiers in JavaScript. Okay, we don't have that concept. Okay, we don't have the return types, we don't have the access specifiers, access modifiers, and all the things. Okay, just to give the function. If you have any arguments, you can pass like this. Okay, no issues. But here also there is no data types required for the arguments. But in Java, data types is mandatory. But here no need of the data types. Okay, I am creating add. Here sum a plus b. Sum is a plus b. This is the function definition. Here how to call the functions. Okay, here in Java you have to create a class. After that, using the class object, you have to call the respective method. But here no need of anything. Just directly call it. Sum file. Add is the function. I'm sending arguments to 3. It is coming to here and performing addition operation and thinking. Okay, this is the syntax of the JavaScript. Okay, if I pass any string, so it will append based on your given value. But here I'm not putting any value. Here this add function, it is accepting 2 arguments, but here I am passing only 1 argument. It is returning NaN. NaN stands for not a number. Okay, so here, so a is, so whatever previously discussed, right? Here a value is 2 and b value is, if you don't mention any value, okay, so here b is declared but no data is assigned to b, then it would be, then the value is undefined. Okay, I will print it. See, a value is 2 and b value is undefined. Why undefined? We haven't passed any value from here. So that's why So no data is assigned to B, but B is declared here. That's why the value of the B is undefined. So addition of the 2 plus undefined is, that is, it's a arithmetic operation, right? That's why it is showing error NaN. The value is NaN. NaN means not a number. Okay. Here if you pass string, okay, then A undefined. Why? Okay, here A is the string and the B we haven't passed. B value is undefined. That undefined is the string. Okay, so number plus undefined, it is showing an n, but here A is string and B again string, so it is here it is concatenating. Okay, it's a completely dynamic load, dynamically assigning data types and appending. Okay, this is the about functions. And anonymous functions. Okay, in anonymous function, okay, we have the function, but we don't have the any name to the function. For example, I'm commenting out here. This is the function, right? What we discussed. Now, in anonymous function, there is no function name. We'll remove the function name. Okay, the function is function, and this is the arguments and performing operations and printing over here. Okay, so how to call? So in previous example, we have the function name add. So that's why we call function name. But here, so we have the function, but we don't have the any function name for that function. So how to call it? In that case, create any variable where, okay, here I'm creating a one function and assigning the entire function to one variable. So where add is the one variable, and I'm assigning entire function to the variable. So here the function is assigning to add. Here in this case, this variable it treated as a function name. Okay, this is the difference between definition of the function in anonymous function and named function. While calling, there is no issue. While calling, you can pass directly. No issue in calling. Some got 5. Okay. In named function, we are giving the function name. In anonymous function, we are giving function name and assigning to the some variable. Okay. This is about named functions and anonymous functions. Clear? Next, I'm creating one more JavaScript file. Sample.js file. Okay, here I'm creating one function. So here I'm creating here anonymous function is right. So I will create one anonymous function where sample equal to function. Okay, this is the anonymous function. The function name is sample equal to function. Okay, So here, so when we used anonymous function, when we used named functions. Okay, generally if you are writing any functions within the function, within the page, you can use named functions. But if you are developing any like frameworks wise any navigations like that, okay, in development phase, if you are following the OOPS, okay, OOPS concepts of the JavaScript, will go for the anonymous functions. In anonymous functions, okay, if you use anonymous function, we can achieve the OOPS concepts, okay, object oriented concepts. Okay, in ECMA 5 standards, we don't have the class keyword and constructor keyword. Okay, this function itself, it works as a class, it works as a constructor. Okay, now, so here var sample equal to function, some function syntax. So this function, it works as a class, and again this function, it works as a again constructor. Okay, whenever you import this file to any other file, okay, you can access all the files, all the functions within the sample.js file. Here, so to achieve that, we need to use anonymous functions. Coming to the Java inheritance wise, okay, Java is the class based inheritance mechanism, but in JavaScript is the prototype based inheritance mechanism. Okay, what is prototype? Okay, prototype is the one keyword. Okay, using that prototype keyword, we can add the functions to the base function. Okay, we'll see. So this is the syntax of the anonymous function. Okay, this is, it works as a, this is a base function, and it works as a constructor. Okay, and in base function, okay, we'll create the all assignments, all the functions within that only, within the function only. Okay, this base function, okay, sorry, in Java, okay, all functions are means all methods within the class only. All methods within the class only. Within the class only, but all in assignments will be in constructor, within the constructor, right? Here I'm assigning some values, okay, where a equal to 1 2 3, okay, where b equal to name. These two are the my assignments. Okay, this function, this is the base function, it works as a constructor. Okay, if you want to add any names, okay, just if you want to add any methods, okay, we cannot add the methods as functions in the constructor, right? The in constructor, we can assign only data, only assignments. Okay, if you want to add any function, you have to create that function outside of the base function, and you have to provide the relation between your function and base function. Here my function is add. Okay, again add is the add is one variable. I'm creating anonymous function a comma b. Okay, return a plus b. So here my function is perform the addition operation and return the data. To return the data, just return keyword. Okay, but here this is the function. This is an anonymous function stored in add variable. So if I import this sample file, okay, I have to access this file. To provide the relation between your base file and your function, we need to follow the some prototype mechanism. In prototype mechanism, will add the relation between our function and base function with the prototype keyword. In the syntax is sample. The sample is the your base function. Okay, here there is no concept of the there is no concept of file name and the base function name should be equal. You can give any name, no issues. Okay, sample dot prototype dot add. Okay, this is the syntax. Sample is the your base function. Prototype is the one mechanism. It's a, again JavaScript keyword. Okay, here add is the your variable. Using prototype mechanism keyword, okay, we are adding this add function to the sample. Okay, so in Java, in inheritance concept, to access the some other class attributes or functions, features, if you want to use in one class, so you have to import it or else you have to extend it. See here, so to access these files in any other file, you have to export it. Okay, in Java, we don't have any export concept, but in JavaScript, if you want to import, you have to export first. You have to create one module and you have to export it. The syntax is module dot okay exports module dot exports dot give the any module name, any name. You can give any your name or any name, but here I will some naming convention. I am giving the same name of the function. Sample equal to sample. Okay, here this sample is any name. Like just I'm giving differentiating sam. Okay, here the sample is the function. This is the variable. The sample is the base function variable. In this variable assigned enter function. This is a constructor. Again, this function is added with add method. Okay, whenever you expose, here we are exposing the entire module. Here we are creating one entire file as a one module and exporting a module dot exports dot any variable name equal to your function name. This is the syntax. Okay, coming to here. Okay, this is my one more file. Here I want to use sample.js. I want to use add method from sample.js file. Okay, in sample.js file, the file is expressed with the module, but here I want to use okay where s equal to one variable equal to import. In Java we have the import command. In JavaScript we have the require. In JavaScript we have the require. Again, this require is a function. In that we'll pass the okay absolute path of the to respective file. Okay, in that, so we have the same folder, we have the same files. That's why dot slash dot means current instance. Okay, here file name is sample.js. Here we imported, right? So again we need to create object, right? So without creating object, we cannot access any class methods and any methods. Okay, using object only we can create it. Now this is the required. So we need to create object for this module name, right? So again, new of require I required dot. Okay, here function is sample. Okay, and that function is assigned to a module. The module name is sam. Here sam is the your base function. If you can treat it as class, that is the class reference. You have to create object for class. That's it. Okay, here you can access all methods within the hello, can you hear me? Okay. So here we created one module and exposed it as a SAM. Okay, here we created object with for SAM using the S variable. Here S is the object of the entire sample.js file object. Using that object, we can access these variables and all functions. Console.log of okay. A. Yes, S is the object, A is the variable. See, A is not defined. A is not defined. I haven't mentioned anyway, right? This is the S. Okay. Again, it is showing exception. See, undefined. A is the undefined. Y undefined. Okay. In that, okay, we declared A, BB with var. So here the scope of the variable is within the constructor only. If you want to access outside, you cannot access. So you have to remove the variables. You remove the declaration in constructor. Again, try it. Again, I am getting undefined. Again, you have to put this. You have to tell that function this with this. This is the current instance of the current instance. Now only I got the data. Okay. So in constructor, whatever variables you are assigning, so no need to don't declare with any variable declaration. Don't put var, let or anything. Okay, don't assign. And the variable should be with this dot. You have to put the this. Why? Because you have to tell these variables are related to this function. That's why you have to mention the this. This means current instance. Okay. So next add method. We want to access add, right? Console.log of okay, yes dot add of 2, 3. I got 5. Okay, now I will create one more data file. So in JavaScript, JSON format is the understandable format of the JavaScript. Data.json. JSON is the extension object notation. Here, so the syntax, there is no syntax here, but you have to follow the structure. The JSON format is starts with curly braces and ends with curly braces. Here, the data is key and value. here P1 comma I have the two values. So while requiring the data, so how to require var data equal to just require of dot slash data dot jsyn. No need of any object, no need to create any object. You can access directly with data dot console.log of data dot p. I got one value. So here I created one file and created one module and exposed it. Here I imported and created object and used that file functions within A class methods in B class, B file. And second one is data object. I created one JSON format object over here and directly I am accessing here. See here. So just require and do it. But if it is Java, you have to follow some structure. You have to create file object. After that, you have to pass the path of the particular file. After that, you have to pass that file object to buffer reader. Okay, you have to convert it. After that, you have to print it. Okay, so if you are familiar with up to here, okay, how to creating functions, named functions, anonymous functions, creating modules, okay, and exposing the module. After that, requiring module, creating object for the particular JS file. After that, requiring data. Okay, you can easily write the protractor scripts. Up to here only required. Okay, just to practice here. Go for MDN site is there. MDN JavaScript. Explore this one. You can learn here. Okay. Any questions up to here on JavaScript? So if you are familiar with up to here, you can easily write the scripts. Any questions? Okay, we'll connect tomorrow.